Hi. Today we have a topic particularly referring to urbanization. Now we are in a city called Bhubaneswar and we are in the outskirts. And you can see here high-rise buildings, how the urbanization has developed to a large extent. And you can see here the buildings. And if you turn this side, is the forest here, forest cover here. You see, full of forests. And you can find small creatures like jackals and wild pigs in this forest. See how the forest cover is getting slowly depleted with the times to come due to the urbanization. You can see here the forest, forest cover. See, it has been fenced here, and you can see how the encroachment of this buildings have taken over. You can just see here the wild forest here on the outskirts. This is the state of affairs, how the forest cover is getting slowly depleted here with the advent of urbanization and modernization. You can find here slowly, development is taking place, no doubt, but you can see the other side, the buildings are cropping up. This is the state of affairs currently, the current trend where the forest cover is getting, with the rise in the population, things, and only thing is that if this wall is broken, I think this area also will come up with urbanization. As you can see here, and after this area, you can only see the full forest range. It is called as Chandaka, and earlier it was infested with Royal Bengal tigers. Now we cannot find one because they have gone interior, and the tiger population is getting slowly depleted. So the flora and fauna, how it is getting affected, you can see from this itself. And I'm not sure whether this forest will remain here for a longer period of time as the population is increasing day by day, and with a need and necessity for housing, then industrial complexes and many other things. The state of the affairs is such that a day will come when this cover also will be completely gone. So my concern is that even though we have to develop, we have to make progress, but I think we need to take care of our flora and fauna, because this is very important that unless and until we protect our nature, our environment, the water table is getting down now itself. Earlier in this part, the water table, the water was available at the only 10 feet, maybe even 10, 7, 8 feet also in some areas. But now it has completely depleted. It has gone underground. It has gone down. Now you'll find not less than 200 feet. When a borewell is dug, you'll see with not less than 100 feet, you'll get water. So that is the current scenario here, and I'm standing here. I have just come here only to cover this live, so that you'll come to know the importance. And I think you all will understand. We all need to take protective measures, at least to ensure that this forest cover is remains as it is. At least if some areas of the forest remains, to maintain the ecological balance. The we can see here. Earlier the jackals, the wild boars, and all, they used to be roaming freely here, but you will find very less of them, and as a result, the ecological balance is getting completely diminished. So thanks. You can see here now these plots earlier were completely covered with very big trees, and that was we had teak woods, pine wood, and sawwood. All these woods, all these trees have been completely felled, deforestation. And in that place, you can see here, and the number of vehicles flying also has increased, and the pollution levels have come up. And now, added to that, let me tell you a very important thing is the temperature is hovering up here around 45, 46 degrees in summer, particularly in the month of April and May. Even it has come very close range to 50 also. So that was the time in Bhubaneswar, the climate was only hovering around 35. Now, in the time of summer, you can see even the mercury touching every day, hovering between 41 to 45. Very hot. The cold winds and cold breeze which used to flow also has come down. So all these things, doesn't augur well for the future. We know that a city has to come up, a city has to develop, but not at the cost of environment. People may argue with me that no, development is very essential, but in spite of that, the forest cover needs to be. Therefore, you see, they have made a fencing here that beyond this, there should not be any urbanization. So they have cut a fencing here. They have made a fencing here. In spite of all these things, still a lot has to be done. I hope you all will agree with me, and you can see how things have changed up. Earlier, this area was completely covered with forest, complete area. And now you can see here, vehicles flying. I hope you all will agree with me. Urbanization is very essential, but we also need to protect our environment. I'm sure all of you will agree with me.